Hi everyone. Thank you for watching. By law, I have to tell you that this is for entertainment purposes only. All videos are property of Psychic Liz Cross, LLC. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I'm here with the amazing Psychic Liz Cross. How are you doing today?
I'm with the amazing Mr. Photon. What do you have for us today?
While we're doing our financial update, we're going to focus in on the new Fed chair, Mr. Kevin Warsh. So tomorrow
Oh,
is the first Fed meeting that we'll have with the new chairman.
so
Uh,
that's a hit for Liz Cross.
yeah, I'm pretty sure we picked this guy out as well.
Hmm.
Pretty early, actually. I remember asking about this, like when, man, it must have been I don't know if it's 2 years ago or a year and a half ago. It was a
Yeah,
while.
that's a hit. And we
Yeah.
also got a hit on the SpaceX going above 200
Oh,
into
yes.
I believe we said it was 210 to 220 range
Yeah.
as well.
We'll talk about some of those hits closer to the end of the video for sure. We had a lot last week for our members. All right, so the Fed meeting is tomorrow. So we might as well ask about that first before we ask about where the economy is going based on the new Fed chair's outlook. So we'll mind probe him in a second. But let's first ask about tomorrow's decision. Are we going to have a change in the interest rates tomorrow, or will it just stay the same?
Are we gonna have a change in the interest rates tomorrow? No.
From Okay. Yeah, and there's 99% of
Oh,
of people on Polymarket agree that there will be no change tomorrow.
oh.
So they're usually pretty accurate on that this close to the event happening. But if there was a change in any direction, it would be massively either be bullish or bearish because everybody has priced this in. So sounds like everything's going to go according to plan on that. So let's mind probe Mr. Kevin Warsh and see what his plans are going for the rest of the year. Now, if you remember, Trump has been basically saying, been down the last Fed chairman's throat to cut interest rates his entire presidency and promising that as soon as he's out, things will change. And as of late, it doesn't seem like things are changing, even though we have a new Fed chairman on his way in. So let's ask Mr. Kevin, what is his plans going forward for interest rates over the next year of 2026?
What are your plans for interest rates going forward with the next year or for the remainder of 2026? He's lowering them. He's definitely going to lower them.
Really? So just to be clear, he's planning to cut the rates at the Federal Reserve, interest rates.
I need to cut the interest rates. Yes, not immediately, but incrementally.
When is the plan for him to start doing that?
Is the
What's the
plan
timeline that he has then?
doing that? Are you going to start in June? No. July? No. August? I feel around August, September.
Wow. Okay. And is that because of the midterms coming up?
Is that because the midterm? Yes, he's taking direct orders from Trump.
Well, that's what everybody assumed, right?
Hmm.
The problem is that he's kind of in a tough spot between Trump wants him to cut rates, but inflation obviously not good for many reasons, including, the war that we've been in, which may or may not have ended. We can cover that in a second, but
Right.
um, so like the economy wants him would assume if inflation's rising, they would be raising rates at some point this year. Um, but Trump really wants him to cut rates. So he's in between the two things there. But I think I can see what you're saying now because if that could be his last hope for the economy during his presidencies, if he lowers the rates before the midterms, that would pump the market going into the midterms, I would assume. Uh, you know,
And that would be in line with all of our probes that we get,
that's
right?
correct.
That the midterms, we're going to see a pump. Post midterms, it's going to go down.
Right. So I would kind of think that they do the cut, right? We're seeing now markets go up, but then inflation maybe comes in higher after the midterms and they're forced to raise it or something like that. We're asking him his personal thoughts and opinion on what the plan is right now, but what actually happens out at the end of the year. Do we see a hike in 2026 at some point?
Rate hike in 2026 at some point. Do we see a rate hike in 2020? No,
Does it come in 2027?
more like 28.
Oh, interesting. Well, we'll have to keep tabs on that. It's going up pretty far, but I feel pretty confident in the September because that lines up with the predictions that we've made so far for the markets and around the midterm. So
Mm.
that would be a good catalyst to kind of tie things up for us. Very interesting. Okay. Okay. So, and then the other question that I had is, and probably this is kind of a moot point because of the information we already had, but they were doing quantitative easing, and we called that too, actually. I asked in a probe like, I don't know, 6 or 7 months ago, will the Fed start adding to its balance sheet or will it start printing money? And we got that it will start adding to its balance sheet. It'll be kind of doing it in the background. And that's kind of what's happening. But what is his plan for the balance sheet on the Fed? Is he going to be increasing or decreasing for the rest of 2026?
His balance sheet on the Fed overall, is it going to increase or decrease? You know what? He's a kick the can down the road kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to just pass it on to the next administration. Now,
So,
there's a big crisis over here that we need to look into. Um, Social Security's due to run out. And I'm not sure exactly. I'm sure the audience will know. Forgive me because I'm just throwing this out here.
mhm.
Social Security is due to run out in the early 2030s. There will be no Social Security unless they figure out a way to go about it, or they cut, I believe, something to the tune of $500 to $1,000 per person per Social Security recipient. So that's the next crisis as well, financial.
Yes, I agree. I don't think you should expect any Social Security in my personal thoughts and opinions, because I think that's just kind of they've kicked that thing down the road for 50 or 60 years, and I don't think there's anything left at this point. So,
Well, yes, but does it get resolved? They do resolve it. But again, it's just a band-aid over the wound type of job,
yeah,
and let somebody else worry about it in 20 years. So that's what I'm getting for that prediction
right.
is that they will fix it. They won't do the 500 to $1,000 less per person going forward. However, in the future, we did get that Social Security will end up being means tested like they do in the UK. What does
Mhm.
that mean? It means that if you have a certain amount of money saved in your 401ks or Roth IRAs or whatever, they will know that you have it because at that point we've got the AI track and trace all over the place. And they will expect you to use that money to cover your expenses, and they will taper down your social security payment. So the people, that is coming. You need to be very mindful of that. I don't know exactly when that is coming, but it's definitely on its way.
All right. Yeah, definitely something. Oops, I had an alert go off there. Sorry about that. Let's look at oil because we've had, well, not technically, they haven't shaken hands yet, but this Friday they're supposed to sign a peace deal, right? And on that news, we got a massive drop in oil. So hopefully you guys are going to be seeing that at the gas station soon. I don't know what gas is like where you are right now, Liz, but
It's
it's
all too high. That's all
uh,
anybody needs to know. Everywhere it's too high.
well, guess what? It's now $77 a barrel. It's trading out on the market, which is back to pre-war, almost back to pre-war numbers, if not like just touching the pre-war stuff. So, what's the price let's look at the price of oil going out over the next couple months. Will we continue to see it drop or will it spike back up again? It's currently at $77 per barrel.
We
Could
continue
we
to
see it above, let's say, 90 over the next couple months?
Will we continue to see it drop? No, it's going to spike back up again. I feel it's going to drop and then something's going to happen and it's going to spike back up. This is going exactly as we predicted last week. Remember what we got when we mind probed Trump and the whole Iran thing, that Iran are staying silent, nobody's talking. This is exactly what they want. All of those points, or most of those points laid out in the peace plan, were exactly what we said. And where we walk away, basically, we walk away, with our tail between our legs. I
Yes.
don't see him wanting to do that. I
Yeah.
think something will change.
So as it stands right now, the price of oil tells us that the market believes that the war is about to be over. But we just probed that it's going to spike up again, which tells me that the war is not necessarily over yet. Right? That's been my barometer. Every time there's a piece of news coming out around the war, I look at the price of oil. If oil is not reacted, it's not serious news. So if you're telling me that oil is going to spike back up again, that means there's something else coming to do with
Mm-hmm.
this war that's negative. And that's kind of what we saw. We've been covering this thing since it started, obviously, and we see that it drags on for quite a while in different capacities. So we will be covering S&P 500 in the second part of this video, where it's going. Are we going to make new all-time highs here over the summer, or do we have to wait until the midterms? Obviously, it's been pumping off of the news of this deal that's going to be signed on Friday. Let's ask this before we go. Will they actually sign the deal on Friday, or will something stop it before then?
They actually sign. They will sign it. But listen, you cannot put too much into this deal,
Right.
right? You just can't.
Yeah.
This is all smoke and mirrors. Don't even really pay too much attention to it.
Yep. I am very skeptical also. So, in the second part of this video, we will cover the Bitcoin prediction for the next week, the next month. Guys, we have been killing it on these predictions. We hit our lows literally right as we were on the air. I alerted our members as to that we were going to hit 60K. We bounced off that 60K and we went up for the rest of the week. We almost have hit our target for the high side. So that was a great long. We also had a hit on SpaceX. We were calling SpaceX was going to do really well. And guess what, guys? It did. It was up 20% as of yesterday. It's above a $2 trillion market cap like we saw. Let's see how high it hit today because I haven't even looked yet today. It's up 50%, guys. 50%. So our members are making money if they're following our calls for sure. Not financial advice, but we're just giving you data and you can use that however way you wish. I don't think there's anybody out there doing what we do. At least I haven't seen it. So you definitely need to become a member with us to get this content. It's a few dollars a month. You support our channel. We have a great community. You can ask me questions in my own Discord channel. You can make requests. So the other part of this video, we're also going to be going through requests for equities as well. We have a long list from our members of probing stuff out for the next 5 years and getting your investments settled now so that, you can outpace the inflation that's coming. And maybe you don't need to rely on your social security coming in or not
Right.
coming in or whatever the heck it is going to happen. So, there's a lot of value there. And we'd like to invite you to come over to Patreon/remote viewing and beyond. And yeah. Is there anything else from you, Liz, before we head over to the second part of this video?
No, just I hope you all are having a great summer.
Yeah, absolutely. So I have a tip jar if you enjoy what I do. Please support me there. If you've had benefit from any of my videos, helps keep the air conditioning going down here where I am. So it's much appreciated to everybody that's chipped in. And we'll see you on part 2.
Yes, thank you so much.